Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soundipity. Tonight we have a special night. We have a full band tonight, full house. And where do I start? They say art is a mirror held up to times we live in. And if our times are drowning in chaos, then our guests today are holding up that mirror with unflinching honesty. Please welcome Systemic Collapse. This is a ska-punk band out of Portland, but calling them just a band doesn't even begin to cover it. These are artists who said no thanks to the machine, who live a self sustaining lifestyle, who barter, who turn every chord, every rich lyric into an act of resistance against a world that wants to grind us all down. Their story is as rich as their sound, from the bass player, father who survived an Iranian prison war, and also a light artist. An anthem we have to have today also is gonna bring that theme, which is the late stage capitalism, as well as Money Tower, which describes the world falling apart as they rage against it. This isn't just an interview, guys. This is a conversation about what it means to create, to resist, to live when everything around us feel like it's collapsing. So without further ado, systemic collapse. Thank you for being here and welcome to Sound Dips.
Thank you for having us. Thank you. Thanks for having us. What an intro.
Thank you. It absolutely was deserved. Um, well, we're, let's go back to the beginning. So, where was the spark? Was there like a moment where or a conversation that you guys shared and realized, okay, this is this needs to be abandoned. This needs to start.
Well, it actually started in 2018. Derek put out a Craigslist ad about a ska band looking for horn players and other musicians. And I just moved to Portland and wanted to continue playing ska, as I'd been playing in a ska metal band called For Aspirin Morning for like 10 or 12 years beforehand. And Derek and I ended up starting a band called Flam, played in Flam for a number of years. It was really fun. And then our bass player ended up having to move back to Wisconsin to teach college. So we decided to get a little bit faster, be a little bit angrier, and move into Systemic Collapse. And then we found Dave, and we've been just hitting the ground running and kicking ass ever since.
Perfect. Sounds great. And and this start, I guess, one by one. If you want, like, just introduce like your name and like what's your role in the band, if you will.
All right. I'm Ryan Mooney. I'm the sax player and a singer.
And I'm Derek Olson. I'm the guitarist and primary writer.
Dave Shirkani, bass player.
I'm Leonardo Gonzalez, and I bring the unflinching rhythm of doom.
Love it. Welcome in. Welcome in. It is an honor to be with you guys. So tell us, how did you guys like find each other? Like all meet together?
Oh, I actually met these guys because there used to be a band called Johnny One Thumb, and they told me that they knew a ska band that was looking for a drummer, and I fit the bill.
Yeah, I actually played saxophone on a couple of Johnny One Thumb's songs on a couple of their albums. And I'd actually met you a couple of weeks before there, Leonardo, at a punk show.
That's right. And I actually approached Moody because he had this excellent "Fuck the Proud Boys" T-shirt, and it was so cool. I had to get a selfie with him.
No doubt.
And yeah, our mutual friend said he was a drummer, and our drummer had been radicalized during the pandemic, Flam's drummer, and so we needed a new drummer, and it turned out that Leonardo was available and an awesome person and really a great fit. And so we went from there. Dave joined the band. I found Dave on Reddit, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, me and Ryan found each other just through the original Craigslist post
Yep.
back in 2018.
Back in 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
joined the
cool.
band because Derek lived right down the street from me, and I grew up in Virginia around like the Richmond hardcore and metal scene, and always wanted to play in something a little bit more fast paced. And yeah, I fell in love with the sound as soon as I heard it, and came to one rehearsal, and yeah, and that was a year ago.
Yeah, we hit the ground running with Dave pretty
Yeah.
hard.
So is this like more of a case like that musicians looking for like a project together, or was the philosophy there first, and that what kind of gathered you, and then the music followed?
It was mostly musicians looking for a project, but we realized very quickly, Derek and I especially, that we had a lot of philosophy in common, and
Mm,
that we really needed to get some of that out in writing, and that started in Flam, and it's really continued quite a bit through Systemic Collapse here.
perfect. And about the name, systemic collapse, it's not exactly subtle. How did you land on it, and what does it really mean to you?
Well, right now we're living in a time when I was born, there was 70% more species on the planet. And we're living in a time with such incredible concentration of wealth. We're also witnessing something that, but we're basically witnessing the collapse of our economic system, especially in this country, the collapse of our political system and our environment.
Right.
And I mean, we're playing in it, but we're all living through it.
Very true.
And we settled on the name after like 2 months of deliberation.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
trying to
really?
when we brought Dave in, we got rid of a lot of our less fast, less aggressive songs, and really started to focus on on moving more towards aggressive music, a little bit faster, and just being a little bit more conscious with the lyrics. And Systemic Collapse was one of the band names that we came upon that was available, and that was really describing again what Leonardo said, what we're living through, and it felt really cromulent. Our other one of the other final choices was When Do We Riot, but we ended up using that for one of our albums.
Oh yes, I did notice that. I was actually gonna definitely ask about like if was there was like a contingent like other name in the answer, and it is one of the two albums I've seen here. So I guess if we're gonna start maybe like talking about the music, when you started making the music, was there like anything that kind of, I would say, like felt differently when you guys gathered together than the original idea? Like, was there like a start and then it deviated into something more, or it was the same from where it started?
I think once Dave joined the band, we really got this driving kind of sense of urgency in punk aesthetic with the bass that we hadn't necessarily had with any of the previous bass players, and I think that really has driven us and our goal of being faster and more aggressive than our previous iteration. And I think when Dave joined, it really, really clicked for us, and we really hit the ground running. I mean, I think a couple of weeks after Dave joined, we played our yearly Halloween benefit show.
Mm,
It was a month.
Or it was a month, okay, where we raised money for the Q Center in Portland here,
very
and
nice.
then a month or two after that, we got to open up for Leftover Crack, which is one of the bands that's kind of in the same sort of genre as us here, and we really kicked ass at that show, and a lot of it was because of the energy brought by Dave. So yeah, I think a lot of the genesis of what Systemic Collapse is came about, from the ashes of the other projects with the Phoenix of Dave.
That's right. That Public Serpents show was a really good one too.
Oh yeah,
that was really early on in our career, and they were kind of like, it was just a really good fit, really good match, and yeah, we've gotten to play with some really, really good like tough bands,
Yep.
Right.
I think our sense of anger at what is happening in our country probably is fueling a lot of what you guys will hear.
Makes absolute sense. Yes. And speaking of the energy,
And I wish that the stuff.
go ahead.
was gonna say, I wish that some of the stuff we wrote about would stop being relevant. But
Yeah.
Very true. And yes, speaking of the energy, ska-punk has this incredible energy. So, how, like, tell us about the genre and why was this the right vehicle for you guys? Is one what you guys wanted to say?
Well, for me, Fishbone was my favorite band
Right.
since I was 4 years old,
Oh wow.
and you know, it just felt like a natural fit. I also really liked the juxtaposition between the topics that we're singing about, but having such an upbeat melody, it just
Right.
clashes together, and it makes this harmony that is unique.
I agree.
That's exactly what stood out the most to me when I first heard you guys singing, like, or playing. Like, it was so good. I was like, what? Wait a second. This is so deep for feeling so happy. Like, what? It was
No.
great.
And I can't help but smile while we're playing. Like I just have the biggest grin on my face. I have so much fun.
Yes, watching actually you guys' pictures when they're sharing with us, it's a blast. It makes us smile. It makes us get that
Good.
contagious feeling, you know.
Yeah.
Um, okay,
Keeps us
what
from
about
crying.
the creative process then? How do you guys write the songs and how do you like go back and forth together? Is it like in a van around the campfire in a DIY space? How do you go about it?
Um, so for at least the last like 8 or 9 songs we've written anyway, most of Systemic Collapse songs, it's usually it starts off like on my end, I like come up with like either like a bass line and like add some like some simple guitar chords on top of it. And at some point in the process, sometimes I'll create like a mostly complete piece and bring it to the group. Sometimes I think it's
Mhm.
complete, and then Ryan's like, "That part sounds like shit," and then we cut it down.
Oh, I
Generally,
love
I bring like a skeleton. There's like a couple songs that I like to claim that is mostly the original vision that I've had, but everyone does definitely put their own paint on whatever I bring to the table. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's mostly it just starts. I just write. I like writing the bass line first for some reason, and basing around that, and it's just do it in my bedroom.
But we have,
fair enough.
different tastes in music,
Right.
and I think we all kind of put that into, it's collaborative. I mean, we
Right. A melting
I
pot.
I feel like I want to push things to get harder and heavier, and you know, Mooney brings this element of comedy, and the brightness his of his sax brings this playfulness to it. Yeah, we each have our own strengths.
Absolutely, yes. And
Ryan's good about writing stuff too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You need a cut man so bad.
I mean, a lot of times the most
for
fun
sure.
that I have is, when we're tuning or setting up, and somebody does something that they're just messing around in, and I'm like, wait, let's do that one more time. Let's do that. And when we get into that purely creative, uh, playful, making of art, that for me is the most fun.
I I bet. Yes, no doubt. Um all right, let me switch to Dave. As I was mentioning in the intro, you have this incredible background story. And I was just wondering how, if at all, like this history show up in your music.
It yeah. So my background with my family, my father is an Iranian citizen, and he he moved outside of Iran, at a point in his life, and relocated to the United Kingdom, where he got a UK passport. And when he went to return to the United or from to Iran, his dual citizenship made him, I guess, accused of being a spy.
Oh,
And so he was locked up. He was incarcerated in Elvin prison, like one of the world's most notorious human rights violations,
that's
basically.
insane.
And yeah, he was held there without, any kind of representation. He was held there without like food. He was tortured. He was basically put through the absolute worst conditions that any human has ever had to. And he was actually just recently released from the
Oh,
country.
great.
He's just like a week ago.
Oh, wow.
So, like,
Congratulations.
I haven't seen him in 8 years. My hopes is to travel to Turkey this year and reunite with him and figure out what his next life steps are. But he's like he's pushing 70 years old, and he was a teacher and a lawyer, and I don't know, it's just
Yeah.
I don't know, really really depressing way to go out. But that anger definitely shows up in our
No doubt.
shows. There's a presence that I bring on stage that is a real fuck you to the whole world, to
Yeah.
anybody that feels that they can just push people around or lock people up or disappear people, which is a huge subject matter in our songs. And yeah, I don't write the lyrics, but I can relate like crazy to what these guys have to say.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, from where I came from, that part of the world, I can absolutely resonate it, and that's why I love the music, and I'm really excited when we get to start displaying some of the music here. Um, all right. And what about the part where you said that you mentioned that you work with light festivals? So how does
Yeah,
that work?
yeah. I also make physical art as well as sonic art. So I
Oh,
have a
great.
giant 16-foot tall inflatable brain sculpture that I have gotten to take all over the world and do stuff. That was a fun noise. Yeah, but it has a giant brain thing. It's kind of like it's been a part of like the Portland Winter Lights Festival in Seattle, Calgary, a couple other places around the country that just there's just this big appreciation for kind of festivals that the art is derived from some kind of like lighting or some kind of illumination.
Mm,
Oh, that sounds super
Thank you.
yes, I agree. All right. Let's switch to um maybe the music. So a lot of the score is like about raw emotions and immediacy. So how do you balance between like the technical demands of that genre and with what it takes, like with the precision that you guys deliver the lyrics and everything?
I think my favorite art comes from pain. I mean, if you're whether it's music uh or even painting. I mean, if you look at Van Gogh, he can paint the most beautiful things, but you feel the pain in there. Uh
Right.
and we want to, you know, we're bringing the same thing to a style of music that is happy, and it's almost like dancing in the face of despair. Uh,
Right.
it's to me it's the only way to make art.
And
I
there's
agree.
there's just this huge energy about performing it live, and you really
Yeah.
feel the energy you give off and create, just coalesce with the energy everyone else on stage is making, and go into the crowd, and you watch the crowd dance, and you watch the crowd enjoy it and hang on the words that you're saying, or hang on the notes that you're playing. And it's a
Right.
really fun experience. Just playing live is just fantastic, especially with this type of music. It's really a great experience. Although sometimes I feel like I'm going to pass out because I use a lot of breath having to sing and play saxophone.
But we let people know that they're not alone.
Right.
And uh, actually, particularly here in Portland, we have some fantastic fans. I also want to thank the Portland's trans community has supported us every single show we've ever played. They're fantastic people,
Good to hear
and
that.
we want to support them too.
Yes, absolutely. All right. One of the things that really stood out to me, that you described yourselves as opting out of the machine. So what does that actually look like in your day-to-day lives?
Oh, that's easy. I mean, basically, you can vote with your dollar. I personally have never bought anything from Amazon. I don't plan to.
That's
One of
interesting.
the best ways to opt out of this system. I mean, obviously, I still have to get around. I run a business. I'm a general contractor, uh, but because I grow so much of my own food, I don't have to give a lot of money to corporations. That's less money that I have to spend. That means that's less time that I have to work. That's more time that I can spend uh, giving back to my community, however small that may be. Every little bit helps. And even if you even if you don't want to grow your own food, or I mean, it feels good to do. It feels good to connect with the earth, but even as simple as joining a CSA or community sponsored agriculture, that's so much less fossil fuels that you're going to use because you're connecting with a farmer that might live within a mile or two of you.
Right.
You're going to eat healthier. You're going to eat with the seasons, and that money is going to stay in the community. Also, throwaway culture is definitely a thing.
Yes.
Uh, I don't need to have a whole closet filled with clothes. I don't need to have a lot of stuff. You can instead of getting streaming services and things like that, you can go to your local library and be entertained there. There's many ways that you can not feed this toxic economy, this toxic capitalism, but and still enjoy your life. Um,
Right.
there's definitely so many ways that you can create, that you can live a fruitful, happy life without being such a big consumer.
Fuck all that corporate bullshit.
Yeah,
Fully agree with that one. Yes.
Yeah, go to your local food co-op, volunteer at your local animal sanctuaries. Help out
Right.
your community. Keep it within your community. That's the best thing you can do to help out, and you know,
For sure.
learn
stop
what.
putting your dollar in these other rich assholes' pockets.
Yeah, you can learn what the native peoples of your area used to eat, and
Right.
you can start to look for those types of foods.
Yeah.
There's Oh, you can learn about permaculture. Permaculture is huge. That's a way that you can help fight climate change, help promote biodiversity, and to me, that is a good way to say fuck the system with a smile on my face, leading a happy life that is healthy and building community.
I just had a random thought. What do you guys think about microgreens?
I grow microgreens.
Yeah? What
Oh,
what
yeah,
ones? Yeah, yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I started last year and I was doing it a bit and then I kind of like fell off because we had so much going on. But like I really want to get back into doing it. So like
microgreens are fantastic.
yeah.
I,
Yeah, I think so
Also,
too.
if you like growing the microgreens, another easy thing to do is to grow your own mushrooms. I have
Okay.
several
Oh yes.
varieties at my house. The wood I get for free from local arborists. And I have red wine cap mushrooms, which kind of taste like steak or lobster. I got
Interesting.
some lion's mane mushrooms, but I mean that's a great way to bring food into your house that is basically just grown from rot.
Yes.
And yeah, it's fantastic. Diversify your what you're eating. Grow as much
I
as you
agree.
can, because that's less money in the pockets of major corporations that are doing nothing but harming the planet.
And taking more. Absolutely. Um, I thought of this too. What was, if there was one, the most interesting thing you've ever traded for either a piece of merch or a ticket for your concert or something like
Oh, geez.
Dave might have a good one.
Yeah. I've done the Toys for Tots drive, so we've done toys for concert tickets.
that? Oh, that's beautiful.
What else? We've had volunteer hours in the past, so having to do like 5 hours volunteer at a local soup kitchen or picking up
Yeah.
trash on the way gets you into a show. Yeah, anything like that. It doesn't have to be cash.
Right. And I think this is also like a really great and unique way of building your brand as well. Because like this, I feel like this industry is all about like monetizing your content and all that. And I feel like guys are doing the opposite. But how do you resist
Absolutely.
that pressure?
It's
I
not
want,
hard.
yeah, I want to live in a world that doesn't have 6 billion people listening to one artist. I want to
Right.
live in a world with 8 billion artists making the world a more fun place to live in.
Yeah. If you come to our merch table, there's usually free zines, there's free buttons. We give our CDs away for free. Yeah, we only charge for our t-shirts, and we try to keep those costs as prices as low as possible. You know what?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we can't play the music and then turn around and be a bunch of corporate assholes ourselves.
Yeah, we usually give away a T-shirt if we open up for a touring band. Try and give a T-shirt to somebody in the band, so they.
Yeah, if they
Have-
dance really hard, well,
Yeah.
you know.
As well as we
Something to
donate.
wear.
Yeah, we donate our profits to local organizations as well. We donate to the Rosehaven shelter. We've donated to who else?
The Q Center.
Q Center.
Yeah, we donated this year to the Oregon Food Bank. The past couple of years, we've been doing a Scalloween show at a venue called Misdemeanor Meadows, which unfortunately is closing.
Oh, rest in peace.
So I have to find a new venue to do it. But we've been doing Scalloween for benefit or for donations, where all of the doors go to some local charity or something, again, like the food bank, the Q Center. And there's been a couple of other shows where, to kind of drive home a point, we've brought in charities as well. We ended up raising a bunch of money for the Rosehaven Center at a show where there was some controversy over some abuse, and so we decided we could raise some money for abused women off of that.
Our next show on New Year's Eve is a benefit show. And what is that one?
Yeah, it's actually for the Dana Thompson Memorial Fund of Awesome. We're playing Dana Fest, and all the proceeds go to after-school music programs in our city.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And we
We're all lucky
also have the poster running in the screen too, so here it is.
Oh, yeah.
Manifest. All right, we are about to play our first song here, which I'm really excited for. But how about you guys set the stage for us about what we are about to hear right now? This is going to be the late stage capitalism.
Yeah, this was me. Yeah, I wrote the song. It's like a couple of years ago. It's just essentially about the dehumanizing nature of becoming houseless and the how we've kind of we value humans at their monetary value now, and there's really like you walk out and see people who are on the street, and it's literally like there's a cultural view that they're lessers of those who have homes, and it's kind of just it's a kind of a stark just reality we live in right now, where people are forced out onto the streets and have no recourse to make it somewhere safe and warm and fed. It's in a kind of an obscure situation we find ourselves in, being the richest country on earth, that we can't house and feed all our people.
When you go to our nation's capital, you'll see the starkest contrast economically ever in the world. You'll see the richest people in the world next to the most impoverished people living together, and this is just not a good recipe or a good system.
Yeah. Derek came up with the chorus of this when we were recording it in the studio, and right across the street from the studio there was a homeless encampment that we could see when we were out taking our breaks outside. It was again kind of a stark contrast with all the equipment in the studio and everything, and us being all warm inside and being really rainy and cold outside, and the folks being out there.
Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and listen to Late Stage Capitalism by Systemic Collapse.
I haven't listened to this recording in a bit.
It's good. Should we mute ourselves?
Right. That was so good.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah, it's one of our favorites. The full name of the song is I went to Portland and all I got was this lousy late stage capitalism. But we had to shorten it up to LSC.
Yeah, Ryan came up with the title. When I wrote the song, I didn't actually really have a title for it.
But I do really
Right.
like. Yeah. But it is nice that song has. I mean, it's kind of frantic and wild, and it builds, and then at the end, it has this very mournful outro.
It does.
It's one of my favorites to play live.
And what you would say you would want people to feel when they hear that song?
That franticness and
Yes.
that energy of almost like a chicken with its head cut off, doing this for who knows what, and at the end, oh, I guess one person made all of the wealth, or if you want to substitute the word security, took all the security from everyone else. You have that really mournful realization at the end. This is not working.
It always to me came across as organized chaos.
Yes.
Like, you know, if just like it reminded me of when the old cartoons, when like they would fight and it would just become a big cloud and you'd kind of
Right.
like see like this swinging and like a foot kind of coming out like that. This is the soundtrack of that.
Right.
basically.
And the hook sticks to your
Oh, wow.
ears, and it does feel exactly like that. You're absolutely right. Great. Let's talk about the second song, which we will be playing at the end of our episode today, which is Money Tower. Now, break that one for us. What's the story there?
Money Tower that was a song that I wrote a little bit after Late Stage Capitalism, and I had come up with just like a very little simple chord progression. I just letting my mind wander, and I just stumbled across a chorus that I couldn't like quite get out of my head, and it was like money tower, money tower, and I was like, oh, there's something there, money tower, and it kind of like it was just kind of a creative vomit sesh for like a couple days, and honestly, that song wrote itself
It's got
pretty quickly.
It's got some really biting sarcasm.
Yeah. The song is, it's the these are hard topics to cover, and we can't like play everything in like such a angry, sad tone. It's nice to have a change up, and so the other direction is just to make it all sarcastic, and the whole song is literally just about like accelerationism and just like going all in on the consumerism. Just fucking buy everything, throw it all down, and buy more. Build a tower of money. Just like dedicate everything to acquiring wealth.
Because the entire concept of that is asinine. Like, who needs that much money? Who needs to create one specific system like that? You know, it's completely greed based, and you know it should be torn down and karate chopped.
It's a mental illness.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I know that have amassed a lot of wealth don't seem that happy. And I've met some people that have basically nothing, and they seem very happy. Kind of makes you wonder about the nature of happiness. Is that a goal worth having? How does one attain it?
Very true. And to follow up on what Ryan said too, I want to say that it actually is designed on like people's mental, which eventually would lead, like that's what you said, it's going to be a mental illness of just like non-ending consumerism.
Yeah.
Yep. Wealth hoarding.
Yeah, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have people around you that love you and care about you, and you don't feel that way for other people, how rich are you?
Right. And looking at your two albums, you have When Do We Riot and we have Cut It Out. Your music is clearly like has a political message, and it also has like this deeply personal touch to it. So how do you walk that line between the systemic issues and the individual life?
through, lately, I, seeing people kidnapped by our government, people that are against fascism, just named as terrorists, witnessing genocide. Uh, there's a lot of suffering, and I get so angry so often.
Mm,
I just need to I need to do something with it.
right.
And hitting things, hitting the drums, it feels really good.
No doubt.
And I can tell when we play for other people, they need that too. We need a way
For sure.
to express our anger in a way that makes you feel good again, and
Right.
it can give people hope.
And you
We have
guys
to
do
create
that
that
really
safe
well.
space as well for people to express themselves and for people
Right.
to vent all these frustrations and anger about the current administration and the current state of the world. And we want to create that space for them where they can come and think about it and talk about it and be amongst like-minded people, but also get that off their chest.
Fair. Absolutely.
Yeah, we
Um.
create community around that.
Yeah. Exactly. And what would you say has been the hardest part of this journey so far, either musically, personally, or philosophically?
Um, Kind of trying to get us out of the small club scene in Portland, trying to get us, up to Seattle a little bit more.
Right.
Just trying to expand the band beyond the, small local band kind of
Right.
idea. Because I think we have a lot to say, and there's a lot of folks I think that really would enjoy hearing the message and the way that we say it and in the music that we make. So we're expanding our online reach a little bit, and we're planning some shows outside of the town, and trying to expand our reach here.
Also, it takes a lot of resources, and every time we play music, play a show, it costs us money. We're not making any money.
No.
This is definitely a work of passion, which
Yes.
also,
The
I
best.
think with anything in life, if you would do it for free, then it's worth doing.
Yes. I agree.
And we're lucky enough to be in a space where we don't necessarily have to monetize our passion or monetize our hobbies here. And
Yes.
I think it kind of can detract from the art once you have to start monetizing it, or once you look at it in a way as a profit generating kind of vehicle as opposed to an artistic vehicle.
Absolutely. Yes. We here in this podcast or stream we do it like have multiple different artists. So like whether musicians, whether people that actually do like visual art or even writers. And I want to say they all agree on this very same point. It's the hardest part typically is when they have to leave that passion and start looking at monetization and stuff like that that just like sucks the fun out of it. So this absolutely goes in the same line. Have you faced any pushback either from the music industry or the people who just don't understand really what you're doing or something like that?
We have noticed in a few cases where other bands, instead of building up the Portland community, there's a lot of there could be some infighting, and I
Mm,
don't think that the best way to build the ska scene or the ska punk scene, at least here in Portland or anywhere, is to eat each other. I think what we
right,
need to do is support each other and be positive.
100%. Right. On the other side, what would you say has been the most rewarding moment so far in this journey? The thing that made you think, this is really why we were doing this.
Oh man, when we got to open for Fishbone, that's like I said, that's my favorite band. That was
Right.
huge for
Oh,
me.
no doubt.
We got played on local radio. I feel like for their birthday celebration on Shady Pines Radio, that was a really fun one. They got a huge reaction, and loved LSC, and we also got to play a local festival
Yeah,
this
that was
year.
fun.
We got to play
Oh,
a
nice.
Fest, which is
Sweet.
kind of like a Burning Man style festival where I guess you kind of barter or pack in all of your own stuff. Nothing is for sale. Like everything is
Oh,
like
nice.
freely given. Like it was really, really cool.
I think my favorite was we got to play a punk bar, like a dive bar called the Gamma Pub, which is just
Mm.
a classic Portland dive bar, and we got to play a show there, and it was just everything I dreamed it could be and more.
It should legally only fit about 12 people, and I think we had about 150 in there.
So good.
Perfect.
Shout out to Live
Speaking of
Gangs.
Portland,
And this editionist, dude, this editionist made that show for us.
Hispanic.
But
yes.
I also really love when we're playing live, seeing the different types of people that are there, all enjoying
Right.
the music together, and seeing like the community that we're helping to build, and just the seeing so many people being able to come out and enjoy the music and being their true selves. It's always really, really awesome to see.
Whether dancing or moshing or singing along or
Right.
just having a good time. We like to take people outside of their outside of their black cloud and give them a
Right.
nice shiny day.
Punk's not dead.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Speaking of Portland, Portland has this reputation of being like an alternative hub, but also shifting with all the new development and all that that's going on. So how does that tension, the push and pull, play into your work?
When you say new development, do you mean gentrification or the fact that we have a Gestapo roaming the streets? Because those are two different things.
Right.
Yeah. Like
Or that we're not cool anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with the gentrification, I think really brings in this juxtaposition of kind of the dirty old Portland and this kind of new sort of West Coast tech hub chic development.
Mhm.
And I think that juxtaposition kind of gets highlighted in some of our lyrics, like in Late Stage Capitalism, when you're seeing these big new buildings get built up, and people are sleeping in the doorways every night. It's a really kind of jarring experience, but after a bit, unfortunately it just becomes part of the scenery.
But honestly, I mean, as far as Portland having a reputation for being an alternative hub, we still have that. I mean,
Right.
I
It
do
does.
quite a bit of traveling, and Portland has, it has an incredible music scene. People here are really concerned about fitness. We have some great MMA fighters coming out of here. It's a big foodie area. We have some delicious foods from all over the world. If you
Sounds
want to
good.
see nature, I mean, we have so many places to go hiking. I mean, there's always something to do here. It's a weird place. Oh, and it's also the most atheist city in the country, which
Oh,
I
interesting.
mean, that makes me feel quite at home.
We also have some amazing women's sports here. Our women's
Skippy.
soccer team. We just got a new
Oh, yeah.
WNBA. Yeah.
We got a women's football team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true. The other thing that stood out from what you guys were writing was that you are creating at the end of the world. So does that weight inspire you, or does it feel like paralyzing?
Yes.
All at the same time.
I mean,
Yeah.
It is crushing, and we can be depressed about it, or we can rage against the dying of the light, as some people say.
Right.
But like happy about
But
it. In a
but
happy
for
way.
me, it's fuel to the fire.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, there's definitely positive ways to resist, and I view our music making of art is a positive resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing that really stuck out was like it can let you like think about it because you're not in like a state of mind that is like, oh, I need to be super serious right now. So like you're kind of more open to like listening, So I thought it was really great.
Yeah, it actually kind of reminds me of the blow up frogs that you'll see demonstrating at the Ice Center. just dancing in the face of a Gestapo.
Yeah,
Right.
your oppressors. They're right
True.
there. Show them that they're not affecting us. So they're not going to bring us down. They're not going to ruin our day.
There's power in absurdity.
100%. Before you go on a stage to deliver the experience of rage, how do you get into a zone? Is there like any ritual pre-show or anything like that?
I personally like to go out and meet our fans or meet whoever has shown up. I want to express my gratitude that they're there. I want to find out something about them, maybe their epistemology, find out what they believe and why, make some connection. And but mainly it's the expression of gratitude. And as far as my own prep for the show, uh, I definitely don't eat before show. I want to be light. I want to be quick,
Mm,
sober, and ready to be the best for our crowd that I can be.
beautiful. All right. Um, I like to ask this question to our guests. If you were to collaborate with one artist, or in your case, also another band, whether it is past or present, who would it be and why? And what would you create together?
Let me see. If we were to do a collaboration, well, I don't know if we ever talked to any of these people about it, but it's probably like the most likely. Well, we've played a lot of shows with Four Claws Deep. They're a party ska punk band in town. Um, Honestly, they're covering one of our older songs from our previous project. So
Oh,
they
nice.
kind of are doing
They're the
some of our
homies.
music already. Yeah, they're the
Yeah.
homies. Shout out to Star 69 as well. Has one of our old bassists from our previous project. That's his ska band. We did a little mini tour with them a couple months ago. Um, yeah, those are our two local homies right now in the scene. Is Four Claws Deep and Star 69.
Famous wise,
Love that.
I think we'd love Joe Strummer.
Mm,
We'd really love to work
yeah.
with him. I think he would really get what we're doing. I
Yeah.
think he'd love the music, and he'd probably sing along and join us.
Anybody in the less than Jake camp.
Yeah. My house is filled with musical instruments, and
Oh,
anybody that comes over, whether you're 7 years old or 77 years old, if you want to pick up an instrument, I will play with you. And for me, the joy of music is playing together.
right.
Building off of other people, even if they've never picked up an instrument before. I want them to feel comfortable and creative, kind of get out of your head, and
Right.
and see what comes out of you.
Yeah. And what is next for you guys? What is next for Systemic Collapse? Is it new music, more tours, expanding the collective?
Currently we're in the studio recording a handful of songs for another EP. We're also actively writing. We're going to be playing some shows and scheduling some new shows this summer, and hopefully making it out of town, trying to get ourselves up to Olympia, maybe Seattle again. We had a lot of fun there for a Halloween show.
Just getting as many ears to listen to us as possible. Getting on as many of these,
Yes.
interviews and podcasts and TV shows.
Yeah.
Anything we can do to spread the word. Systemic Collapse is fucking coming for you.
Yeah, we'll have new music coming out in 2026. A lot of new music. It's
Perfect.
not holding back.
Yeah.
All right. And if someone is listening right now or is going to be listening later to the podcast here and feels that spark, that desire to opt out, to resist, or to create, what is your advice? Where should they start?
Go to a local show and meet people in the local scene. There's all kinds of folks that are going to be networking for all kinds of different great organizations there, as well as meeting people that love the music as well. So if you want to collaborate and make some new music, meeting at a local show is a great way to do that.
Yeah, and governments and religions that want to control you, want you to feel scared. the best way to fight that is to build community. And
Yes.
one great organization that I can think off the top of my head is recoveringfromreligion.org. They do
Mm.
amazing work for people that are dealing with the fact that, yeah, the religion that they follow uh, isn't true or it isn't moral. There's a lot of free help, but in the best thing that you can do is be part of your community. Like here in
Yes.
Portland, we have tons of organizations. There's like 350 PDX, Brown Hope, City Repair, the Climate Cafe, DPAVE is a good one, Extinction Rebellion, Growing Gardens, Solar Punks, the Tool Library, the Portland Fruit Tree Project, the Placemaking Coalition, the Portland Food Forest Initiative. There are tons, and I mean that's just here in Portland. But wherever you live, if there's not a group that is passionate about what you're passionate about, make your own. I mean, we
Right.
live in a world where everyone can communicate globally. You'll be surprised when you actually reach out that people right down the street from you share your passions. So
True.
just yeah, go find a group, become part of one, or start your own. It doesn't necessarily have to be about music. Music is one form of resistance. There's countless other. You can make your own.
Post a Craigslist ad, and the weirdos will come.
Yes. No, we are here the biggest attestation to this. Like we just started, we reached out to like the community, and just like amazing folks like you guys are coming and trying to help, and we are just helping each other out, and this is beautiful. Where can people find your music? And more importantly, how can they support what you guys are doing that aligns with your values, of course?
Systemiccollapse.com.
Yeah, systemiccollapse.com has a link to all of our music on it. We have a Bandcamp site if you want to buy shirts or you want to download our music. I think it's set for free on there, isn't it? On Bandcamp,
You just pay what you
or
want.
pay what you want. So you can pay what
Right,
you want for our
yes.
music on
Name your
Bandcamp.
price.
That way you can download it and
Yeah, you can get it
yeah,
for free if you
and
want.
keep it on your devices. You know,
Download it
just
for
in
free. I
case
don't care.
the power goes out. But yeah, our merch is on our Bandcamp site as well, and links to that are on systemiccollapse.com.
Or anywhere that you usually get music, you'll probably find us.
Yeah.
Very true.
If
You
you're
guys
not in the
are.
Portland area, go support your local bands. Go support your local ska band,
Yep.
your local punk shows. Go find your VFW hall or shitty basement show, and support the same guys in your town doing exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can
Sounds
also
good.
hear us on Hot Tub Radio on Freeform FM and online.
Okay. Perfect. And
And you can check our music video out on Blank TV and on YouTube.
sounds good. I guess my last question, which I typically ask also on my guests here, is: was there any question that you expected me to ask that I didn't, or something that you expected that I would cover and I didn't cover?
There is one thing that has been rolling around in my head since I heard it, but our government has said that people that are against fascism are now designated terrorists. They're also asking people to report anyone that might be anti-Christian specifically,
Oh, wow.
and you would have to lock me away or kill me before I bow down to fascism or organized religion. Uh, I'm not
Right.
anti-Christian. I'm not anti-Christian. I'm pro-Christian when I want to help people that are religious or specifically Christians get out of it. Um, so yeah, once again,
Safety
yeah,
for
I think
everyone.
that's it for me.
Yeah.
One of our
Guys,
songs
this
is literally about vaporizing religion.
Yeah.
guys, this has been a blast. Thank you so much for being here. This has been a great time.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thanks,
having us.
Thank you
thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So we are gonna we were with Systemic Collapse, guys. Systemiccollapse.com, as they said, go right there. You're gonna find all the albums, all the merch, everything. It's amazing, and we are gonna leave you here with the second song for tonight, which is Money Tower, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.
Happy holidays.
Bye. Take care.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you just disconnect them?
I'd kill the mic first.